growing up there, my country was small. But this white SUV back up, that's when it goes up and gets a hostage. You see it pull it forward, now back up again, and they back away from the door.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. Thank you for watching. We have a live stream from St. Cloud, Minnesota, just outside the Wells Fargo Bank. The bank was an attempted robbery that has now become a hostage situation and a standoff. Peace to you. Be power. Peace. Peace to everyone watching. Shalom. Blessings. Namaste. Nothing but love. And hopefully we see a peaceful resolution to what we have here. Bank employees are being held hostage inside this Wells Fargo that we are looking at. This is a live stream from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Again, if you are just joining us, this is a live stream from St. Cloud, Minnesota, just outside the Wells Fargo Bank. The bank was an attempted robbery happened this afternoon in the bank. Since that time, there has been a standoff, and hostages, bank employees and hostages are inside. You can see movement behind the glass doors.
They see two people. Oh my God. I said he just sat down. So people would back the radio to get the window.
Dog day afternoon. First thing that went through my head, Tommy Larson. Hello, Bobby Holtz. Arvel, how are you? Thank you all for watching. This is a live stream of what is going on in St. Cloud, Minnesota. You see SWAT positioned beside the door. They were a little farther back. And you see movement on occasion behind the glass doors inside the bank. Bank employees and possibly customers are being held hostage. SWAT looks like they're getting ready to move as their posturing has changed. It has been busy indeed. Yes. Earlier live episode we had report of a school bus being hijacked in South Carolina this morning. There was another robbery in Georgia. No, they're not coming out.
So you can see two people and they're moving around.
Oh, blessings to you, Bobby. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just trying to show the truth in a lot of areas where it doesn't get shown. Blissful. Yeah, it doesn't look like the SWAT team is prepared for this kind of situation. We'll put it that way. I have no idea if there is a negotiator, if there have been negotiations. I don't know how many, if this was a single robbery or if there were multiple people involved. Yeah, I think SWAT just picked up the bust the door down tool, battering ram. If you're just joining us, this is live. It is being shot outside of Wells Fargo. This is a live stream. This is happening as we speak in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I'm afraid you're right, Bobby. What's next? I'm afraid rednecks are going to go after protesters somewhere. I hope I pray it's not Elizabeth City, North Carolina. But that's my fear as to what's next. James, I don't think they cut the power. It looked like, from what I could see, a rather large man inside the behind the doors hit a switch and turned the lights out, but the lights are indeed out. Wow. Thank you, Assad. I had no idea. Again, if you're just joining us live from St. Cloud, Minnesota, outside of Wells Fargo, a live stream of a bank robbery gone bad. The bank robbery turned into a hostage situation. It's been going on most of the afternoon, and we now have the live stream. SWAT gathered on just one side, which I don't know, I find kind of odd, but also there's only 6 of them, which I also find kind of odd when there were 24 of them with 6 protesters in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Yes, everyone is still inside. The hostages are inside. The robber or robbers, bank robbery gone bad, turned into a hostage situation. They are inside as well. The bank employees and customers, a few customers have been held, are currently being held hostage.
Yeah, well, people here on grounded police, 20-year-olds walking on.
That is SWAT. There are 6 members of SWAT right here, and at times you can see movement back behind, but they've cut the lights from the inside, so you don't know where anyone is positioned. They were bringing people up and either sitting them in front of the doors or laying them down in front of the doors. I would sincerely hope someone is trying to communicate with him as far as negotiations and end this all peacefully. I got you. All right. So they've come in the back way. They're up on the roof. There are more than what we're seeing. I got you. Yes, indeed. Thank you all the country hasn't treated communities of color with respect, let alone equality. And so many members of different communities of color, specifically the Black community, serve the country and do so honorably. And I want to thank all of you that have done so. The reason he keeps turning around right before I came on, a pickup truck came driving up with a Trump 2020, Biden for prison, Confederate flags, etc. And the police asked him to leave, and he said he was leaving, but he would be back. And I believe that's why the cameraman keeps kind of quickly panning to what would be camera left. Hey, thank you, Blue Silver. What's up, James? We are in St. Cloud, Minnesota, watching live stream of what is going on live. Hostage situation in front of, we're in front of a Wells Fargo bank that it was an attempted robbery this afternoon that turned into a hostage situation. And while I've got a minute here, there we go, pull back so we can see other vehicles. Yeah, I'm guessing the 6 in front are not all that's there. Hello, Mr. Black. Duke. Good evening, Duke. That tree cow, how are you? Kamet, shalom. No, I did not, Sissy. I'm going to have to look into that. The current police chief of Louisville.
It's a big square globe, and he's sitting there in a white shirt.
Why doesn't he just let the last house out? I suppose then he knows it might be over.
Peace. Much love to everyone. Thank you for watching. If you're just joining us, it's a live stream of what's happening outside Wells Fargo in St. Cloud, Minnesota. A bank robbery this afternoon. A hostage turned into a hostage situation, and an ongoing hostage situation. This has been going on for several hours now. You can hear drones flying above.
I'm plugged in back there.
Moondog, hello. Friends, well, while I got a couple of minutes, I want to talk about this this motion for retrial for Derek Chauvin, the former police officer who was convicted of murdering George Floyd. I am not an attorney, first of all. Yes, I ran for Congress, but I'm not an attorney. I've talked to a couple of attorneys, and both said that you can never predict, but they have seen retrials for less, is what it amounted to. So I just want to caution everyone. Don't be surprised if the retrial isn't granted. Don't be surprised if sentencing is delayed, and don't be surprised if he gets out on parole. Don't be surprised at any of those things happening within the law as it reads right now. If all that does happen, that means the country's just got to go through all of this once again, and there are a lot of areas in this country that are already at a point where there needs to be a pressure release, not more pressure applied. I'm just going to state it that way. And I'm not trying to be, Debbie Downer, or I'm just trying to be real, and have people start getting in their minds that this really all could happen, and we have to do this all over again. So I wanted to throw that out. Now back to the current screen and the current situation, which is a tense one as darkness descends upon St. Cloud, Minnesota. We're outside Wells Fargo branch bank in St. Cloud, Minnesota. There was a bank robbery attempted earlier this afternoon, and that robbery was unsuccessful, and there has been a hostage situation ongoing since that. Multiple hours. We don't know how many. We don't know how many people are in there. We don't know how many employees, how many customers. We don't know how many suspects. If it is a one-person heist, as they say in the movies, or if this is a multi-person job. I pointed out that there's one group of SWAT that are up by the door, and it was pointed out that that's because we're not seeing where all the other potential potential places that incursion could happen. We're just seeing one view of what is the main entrance, and there could possibly be things going on in other areas that we're just not aware of at the moment. So hop back over to the comments for a minute before I go back and sit down and get something to drink. Hello, Chris. Thank you for watching. Knuckles, how are you? I'm going to be on for a bit anyway. I have a feeling the darker it gets, the closer this is going to get to some sort of resolution, hopefully peacefully. And we're going to stay on as long as we have a stream. And there are other things going on. My gosh, there's a protest going on in Times Square in New York City. It looked like New Year's Eve in New York City, the number of people. And I'm not exaggerating. It looked like millions of people had taken to the streets and was shutting it down. Peaceful protests in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, earlier this evening. They continue marching. People in Louisville continue to say her name, Breonna Taylor, fighting now to have a memorial placed in Breonna Taylor Square. So actions all around the country in various ways. This one is just a criminal one that we are. Okay, now we see some other people on the opposite side that were not there just a few minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to step back and see if I can get some more information. We got a report here. I want to see if I can corroborate. Y'all chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back momentarily.
We're right in the front. standing there? Yeah, there's two people standing there.
He walked away from the guy that was at the door.
Yeah, he
trying to
walked
talk
back
to him.
out. Another guy trying to look in the window. Yeah, beat him out. Yeah. Is that inside or is that out? Oh, he's outside. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Really go like this. Are they writing notes? Yeah, it looks like nobody. Maybe he's trying to negotiate, right?
Okay, back up here for just a second. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the share, and hit the notification, because you never know when the show's going to come on or what the show's going to be. Sometimes it's an interview, as we did with live streamer Ford Fisher yesterday. Sometimes it's a bank robbery turned hostage situation, as we have now in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The Cash App, thank you, Bobby. It is $ American Doofus, all one word, AMERICANDUFUS. Information, we do have four hostages have been released over the course of the afternoon, one at a time. And there are 5 hostages currently inside, all of which are bank employees. There are no customers inside. It appears there is one robber. I cannot collaborate age or anything other than one male suspect in the stories I've found. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have CJ from CJ TV on real soon. We're setting up. We're working back and forth to set up a time where CJ from CJ TV and I can talk. I talked a lot with Ford Fisher about things that have happened, and a couple of incidents that Ford and I didn't cover. CJ and I are going to cover in depth, and that will be Kyle Rittenauer in Kenosha, Wisconsin, because CJ was the guy I was showing live the night that all that happened, and CJ captured an awful lot of it, and it makes me quiet just thinking back to it. But and also I've reached out again to Maxwell Mitchell just to have a talk with Maxwell, another my favorite live streamer of all, to have a talk with him specifically about what's going on in Louisville. So we'll be dropping those episodes coming up in the next few days, mixed in with keeping an eye on making sure that we try to show injustice and show those fighting for justice.
So that's a cop talking to people. I turn my mic around. I'll show you. So those officers were just saying, if this is your county, this is where your tax dollars are going. He's been on 4 hours of overtime since he's been sitting here. So I got the mic around now so you can hear me.
That's what you go do. That's what you go do.
Again, you can see two people up in safety,
So they're
yellow
still at the
safety
door.
vests at the door, talking.
Looks like they got food in their hand. They got a box of something. On the left, you see the SWAT. There's about 5 or 6 SWAT in that dark area in camouflage. You should hear me better now. I turn the mic around facing me. You should have it away so I can hear what people are saying, but I guess unless there's a shootout, there ain't nothing to hear over there. It's kind of cold out here. It's windy.
Okay, if
I mean, they're at the door. The person inside goes back and forth. So that's
it does appear they have a basket of food or something.
Too violent in there. There's nothing really going on. Nobody's shooting at the police through the door or anything. They're just sitting there. They got yellow vests on. Their jackets say FBI, I believe, on the back. And just trying to get them to get released. Last, we believe, one hostage left.
Pizza box.
They might have. Maybe it was hot wings or something. Because I swear at first that box was there holding it sideways. And then they carried it flat up to the door like.
Oh, it is a pizza box. They were, yeah, they
messing with dude trying to get him to open the door.
turned it sideways.
I would imagine this will end fairly soon. It started at 2 p.m. So this has been going on for a minute. And they are just staying at that door now. They've been on the side of the building since I've been here, and they slowly moved to the front of that door.
They're probably on the phone with him. Now
at this point, he might as well just come out. Here comes another white SUV coming in. I don't know where that one went though. He went around to the back of the building. Like I said, this other SUV right here, this is one that grabs the hostages when they come out. So it pulled forward like it was going to do something, and it pulled back about 20 minutes ago.
Again, the information I received online, there are still 5 people held hostage, 5 bank employees. Here on the ground, they are saying there may be only 1 hostage remaining in there.
Like I was saying, the video quality, they got us a block back. So I zoom in, that quality is not good.
Yeah, but that's...
Back here at the police line. The police are back here. Talking about they've had 4 hours of overtime. So they said thank him for where their tax dollars went. They don't see nobody like me down here. Or up here. They're like, where'd this city boy come from? I just happen to be in the area. I'm not really working. I told you all that. I'm off for a month.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised to see.
Here, so I figured
that's why I was surprised to see your link pop up. I got notification. I thought you were off for a month. But that's what happens. None of us really do this for money or anything other than to advance the causes that we care about.
And there's a lot of people.
Labors of love. Again, the guy was on break after being out. He was out for 60 nights straight, and was taking a break, and just so happened he was in the area when a hostage situation happens. There are still.
Well, it looks like the negotiators, there's 2 of them still at the door.
Yeah, the 2 FBI negotiators are at the door. It looks like there are 3 or 4 SWAT left on the left. They're in the shadows.
And the last people that came out, they just let them out. So I think these guys are really trying to just negotiate this last hostage. You can see them, I don't know if you can in here, but on the left of where they're standing, you can see them walking around in there. They did shut the lights off about 25 minutes ago inside, so it made it harder to see. Yeah, news can't be live. If they're live and something happens, that's not going to be good for them. I just wish it wasn't so cold out here. At least the rain didn't stay sprinkled and stopped.
Again, if you just happen to be joining us, this is a live stream from St. Cloud, Minnesota, a bank robbery that has turned into a hostage situation. There have been hostages released 1 at a time, and there are conflicting reports. The report I have is that there are still 5 bank employees inside. The report on the ground is there is 1 hostage. Yeah, this guy's on the phone. You can tell to the far right. 2 FBI agents have been at the door in yellow vests, and SWAT has been to the left of the doors. It's been going on since 2 o'clock this afternoon. We started covering about 40 minutes ago.
Pray that everybody gets out of there safely.
Absolutely. We want an absolute safe resolution to this. Okay, a couple of reports now. There's
still 1 person in there for sure. I've seen 2 people walking around, and it's just too hard to tell who they are. And I can see them inside 2 walking around, but I don't think there's more than 2. There could be, but they're saying there's only 1 left. Yeah, there's for sure at least a hostage in there because there's 2 people in there, and there's one armed person. It's a young black male, about 20 years old.
There you go. There's our confirmation.
But that's just hearsay, so I'm not 100%. I haven't seen that myself.
Well, that's the second report I've gotten.
But obviously the feds aren't too worried about violence standing in front of the window like that.
Tommy Larson, people, yeah, police have probably been, trading hostages for food, etc. One of the hostages supposedly came out and was throwing a wad of cash out into the air. I'm assuming in hopes of drawing the attention of the police or something that might aid an escape, but it did not happen. First no, the subject, what we know as of now, the subject is young black male, mid-20s. Hello, Carpe. Hey, Maze, how are you? Calvin. Thank you all for watching. Carpe, you keep everybody in line. I'm going to step back for a minute and sit back on the couch, get up off my knees. And I'll be back up in just a few minutes. Thank you all for watching. Again, we are at in front of the Wells Fargo.
I'm sure there's at least a half-hour life on that battery pack I have, but yeah, I don't know where the feds are now. They must be to the far right behind the pole. So yeah, on the far right is the feds that are trying to negotiate with them. That white SUV just pulled back into the parking lot. Opened his trunk. That's one that was circling around the building. The guy's running across the parking lot with some, bring it to the other white car that pulls people out. So he's got food, so they didn't. Whoever said they had the wrong copies might have been right. Or they're bringing them to the SWAT guys. And they're bringing a cooler up there too. I can't imagine the SWAT guys would be. What they're doing right now.
Okay, I'm not 100% familiar with law enforcement, but are they taking a lunch break? They might have been bringing up equipment.
First of all, when I first came out here, I only had this tank top on and a pair of shorts. So I'm a little more.
Pretty cold.
You know, it's Minnesota, right?
Yeah, it goes to 40, 60.
Last Saturday it was 80 degrees. Yeah, it was.
Again, if you're just joining, thanks for watching. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. You never know what you're going to get on this show. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications so you know when we are on. We jump on with breaking news live. We jump on with recorded interviews. We have panels on things that make people uncomfortable to talk about, but have to be talked about. We have all kinds of shows. So please hit the subscribe, like, and share. And thank you all for watching.
That's also how you get my insurance. I know. Mom always told me to call your credit card. My mom says the same thing. Yeah. Don't get a two-door and don't get red one.
Yeah, plus the two are about 2 seats in the back there.
Yeah.
I really wish we had a clearer view because I can't tell for sure whether the SWAT are getting something to eat or whether they're putting on lighted headgear and preparing to. They're putting on optics to breach the building.
Alright, my battery pack is good, so I got my battery pack charging.
Just one guy.
Yeah, they really start getting. Yeah, you can see.
He's wearing a white t-shirt. No, someone's bad.
Sorry, I was trying to look at people next to me. They're looking at the Facebook video from inside from earlier.
I didn't think it was gonna be this big. One of the busiest banks in St.
So yeah, the SWAT, they brought a cooler and food for the SWAT. FBI's the two guys to the right. And they had brought food up to the window, but they didn't want it. They've been talking to people inside. And then the person was closer to the door, but now it looks like they're back again. Who's crooked nose? I think they want to open the door and try to grab the guy, probably. Or grab a wit if it's the last hostage. If they could get anybody to open the door, they could grab them. If it's a hostage, they can just pull them out. If it's the hostage taker, they could grab him too. So that's probably what they want. The feds are on a different level than local, obviously, because the local, we're talking about how they're on overtime, and this is our tax dollars if we live in Stearns County.
And then you always see the crowd.
You okay?
Oh, it's just usual. It's not something else.
Yeah, way earlier, like we're all because I left at around 6. Like 5:36 when I left, and we were still standing out there. So like right after
So I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but I have not seen the person inside for a while now. When they first came up to the door, he was there, and it seemed like he backed away, and I haven't seen him come back up near the doors.
Whatever.
Yeah, these people are saying if you hear them, they're saying they've been out here since 2-3 o'clock this afternoon since it started. Some people say they're going home, and then other people have been back. But today's been standing here for hours.
I don't think he would because like
Okay, I'm cutting away for just a second to show you earlier this afternoon, one of the hostages coming out. Okay, just wanted to share that look with you, and now we'll go back.
oh, awesome. And his wife has been a faithful backseater for some time. I think his sister, Eddie's sister's been watching us for some time.
Absolutely. So thank you.
Eddie, thank you for your service, and congratulate.
Okay, I'm not sure what that was. All right, we're back live now. Wells Fargo standoff underway.
There's a whole slew of news cameras here. They got the big cameras that are probably zoomed in and have this clear, but I'm sure they're not live. We still have the footage, clear footage, if they release that later.
Yeah, I'd much rather have views from my people on the ground than the news cameras. Hop back in here real quick. Hello to Casey, Guy Jimmy, the show YOLO. Hello. Oh my gosh, you haven't been here in a while now. It's been a minute. Salty Granny. Again, moi to Carpe Diem. It is lot.
My camera's just changed as it got darker. It's very dark out now. So you're actually seeing the illumination inside better because as it got darker, the glare on the glasses went down. So you can see inside the bank better with the few emergency lights they have on.
If you're just joining, this is a stream live outside of the bank in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Well done. There's Black Lives Media on Facebook. Black Lives Media. Black Lives, this, live, or Black Lives. Just no space.
Okay, we just saw somebody come out of near the drive-through.
You're in a hyphen. A hyphen. So go back to hyphen, which is go to your symbols. Your symbols. Go to hyphen, the line. Yeah, media.
And we just saw somebody go around the back behind the drive-through area to the right of the main doors. If you're just joining us, it's a live stream outside Wells Fargo in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I believe it's 33rd. I believe it's 33rd Street branch of the Wells Fargo.
You want to go back on? You want to go back on now? I don't know if you can hear with the mic turned around. She was saying I don't know why they don't come out.
Yeah, it's time to come out.
Because my mic is facing me right now.
Out of the mouths of babes, the wisdom of the child. It is time to come out. This is not going to end well. Either way, pick the best way. Pick going to trial over
So yeah, I don't know.
going to the morgue.
Kind of interesting. The SWAT's moving a little closer too now. You see them getting up closer in front of the glass on your left side of the screen.
Yeah, they've got shields too.
They've been standing back in that shadow. And the two on the right are the feds trying to negotiate. Still don't see the person in the back. I don't know if you guys can.
No. Yeah, just saw a glimpse of somebody in the back behind the door in the bank.
I don't know what he's doing on the door. Where did he just go? Did he go in? I can't tell. It looked like the one guy went in.
No.
No, he's still outside.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I talk to the screen at times.
That's the other reason I usually have my mic facing the other direction is because when it's facing me, then you're picking up all these extra sounds over here. So over on the side, they said they were talking to him through that drive-through window earlier. One of the guys just walked back over there, one of the feds. They said the SWAT is
Okay, if you're just joining us, this is a live stream of what's happening outside the Wells Fargo, 33rd Street in St. Cloud, Minnesota. A bank robbery this afternoon has turned into a hostage situation. The police were initially called at 2 p.m. and that's when the hostage situation began. And we've been watching FBI agents approach the door. We've been watching SWAT to the left of the door as we look now. And to the right, underneath the light, are FBI negotiators. There are conflicting reports. There is at least one hostage inside. My last report was there were 5 bank employees that were still hostages, that the customers had been let out. The ground report is there is still one hostage inside the building. There is one suspect, one robber, one person holding people hostage at the moment. a young black man, estimated to be in the mid-20s. And
So the feds have been
that's where we stand.
pretty patient. As I said, I'm not sure what the time is right now. Maybe 8 o'clock.
It's 10:24 here, so it's 9:24
I don't
there.
know what time it is.
9:24 Central.
At 2 o'clock this afternoon. Four hostages, I believe, have been released. And there's still one, at least in there. Seven hours.
You're doing good. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I get off that word, but again, like, keep in mind, it's like I'm talking about
James Sweeney brought this up earlier. There's something, you know, there's something wrong with the person that has done this. He's been pushed into a position where for some reason he felt the only answer to whatever he was facing was to attempt to rob a bank. And
because there was somebody on the far right sitting in the chair.
Whatever that problem is, I hope that they are able to apprehend him peacefully and begin to solve that problem. And this does not end in a tragic situation in any way, shape, or form.
Could you tell if that was the person inside on the far right? So she's saying she thinks two more police might have walked up.
There are at least 3 at the door now, and SWAT has moved closer to the door as well.
There was some kind of video. The people next to me had it. Somebody videoing from inside. If it was somebody that came out and broadcast it, but somebody ran a video on Facebook of what was going on earlier. I would imagine if he was running, they'd probably block his stream. If they have that capability up here, I don't know. Again, we're in St. Cloud, Minnesota, which is about an hour and a half north of the Twin Cities. It's a college town. It's a small town. Typically, I mean, it's a bigger town, but typically a little different than the cities. There is a pretty decent black population up here with the college, and then there's a large Somali population here as well. And I believe the police chief is still black in this town. But there's also been a lot of racism in this town, where you find people at the college in their dorms and stuff will find hate notes, things like that, hate messages, different things like that. So you hear different stuff like that going on up here.
Yeah, we covered an incident up there with some stuff that had been chiseled into a wall at one of the colleges.
There's a car over here with about 5 or 6 big Trump flags on it. Don't tread on me and things like that. Typically those, I'll just say, those are the people that give me a hard time because of the name of my company. Because my company is so much like Black Lives Matter's name, BLM, they say BLM's a terrorist, so they give me a hard time for what I'm doing. But Black Lives Media is just all about the media for black and brown people.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they'd have a problem with that.
Again, Black Lives Media on Facebook. He's on vacation.
I don't know if anybody else is up here. Like I said, this is far up out of the city. Some of the local people might be. I've got a tripod, so I'm able to hold it zoomed in on a phone pretty well. I have no other equipment with me. I have one cheap battery pack. I was just up here doing some personal business, and this came about. So I said I'm on break.
Right place at the right time.
Until the anniversary of George Floyd's death, and I'll be back out until sentencing. So unless there's emergencies or something like this pop up, do I come on? And I'll continue to like go through some pictures and stuff and post that, but I'm not out doing the typical live streaming and protests and different things going on in the cities right now.
Thank you for covering this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're just hoping, sitting here hoping that this thing ends peacefully. So far, like I said, I think it's 4 hostages have been let out. It looked like they were unharmed. And there's 1, possibly 2 more in, along with the hostage taker. The FBI is at the front door, and now they have 4. If you look to the left,
no one has been injured. Let me hop in the comments.
In camouflage gear, they've been there all
Vivi's
day.
YouTube, they're going to rush him. Why else would the crowd the door for so long? Well, I thought that too, but then they said they brought food up, and it looked like they brought food and drinks up to the SWAT and were trying to get food into the guy. So either that's a ploy to promote relaxation, or they're feeding, or they're getting something to eat because they know it's going to be a long standoff. One of the two. Let's see. KCD, nothing justifies what he did tonight. No, there's no justification for it. It's just, and I wasn't trying to justify in what I was saying. I was trying to show possible motivation for a lot of things that people do. It's desperation, you know. A lot of people do things out of desperation, and we don't see a lot of bank robberies anymore. So it just you gotta wonder what made him decide he was going to go in at 2:00 in the afternoon and think he could successfully rob a bank. But no one has been hurt. There was a school shooting in Idaho at a middle school today. We had in the episode right before this, 2 children and a janitor were all injured, not life-threatening. Also earlier today, there was a school bus in South Carolina that was taken over with an automatic rifle or a semi-automatic rifle. A trainee at a nearby military base evidently snapped. The kids were all let off the bus, as was the driver. The hijacker took the bus further down the road and then was apprehended trying to flee. We also had an update on the Mesquite, Texas shooting, where there's a black man was shot by 2 police officers on Tuesday. I think that was the day I broke that story. And the word on the ground was that the man had a cane, which he always had. He always walked with it, and had a cell phone. The officer's stories is that he has a club and he has a knife as he charges at him. There was some new footage. Okay, this is from inside the bank earlier.
Okay, so what I got out of that video was that was the people inside, 2 of the hostages, and they were talking. The person filming was the actual person that took the hostages, and he was saying he's waiting to hear from the family, and they were talking to the feds through the window, which I said is over here on this side. So the feds are walking up to the window and talking to them through the window. That's what that video was of him recording that. And he's saying he wants to talk to his family. That must have been hours ago because the gal was released already.
That video is posted somewhere on Facebook. I cannot find it. I'm going to go back here and look again. That video was from apparently from the robber, the person committing the robbery. The video apparently was from his phone, so it's probably not public because I do a pretty good job of searching. But I'm going to go back and try to hit it again on Facebook. Again, thank you all for watching. Diane, Joe, Joshua, Guy, anybody that I missed, Salty Granny, of course. Thank you all for watching. Stay here. We're going to keep watching, give you as much information as we can. Quick recap, it's in front of the Wells Fargo at the 33rd Street branch of the Wells Fargo in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
A 20-year-old black male.
Here we go. He's going to give a recap. Oh, he was just saying, all right. A 20-year-old black male is the suspect and is inside with between 1 and 5 hostages is how we're going to start reporting it. I have none at the moment, Komet. Again, I'm going to step away from the screen for probably, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes unless something happens. I'm going to keep watching, but I'm going to do some research back on the laptop. So 1 hostage left. Okay, Crown Royal. That's what they're saying on the ground too. My last report was that 4 customers had come out and there were still 5 employees inside. They might have had it messed up. There might have been 5 employees taken originally and 4 of them have come out. So I'm going to see, again, this is all breaking. This is all happening as we watch. So I'm going to see what I can find out. Thank you all again for watching. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. Watching the live stream from Black Lives Media out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's on a break for 30 days and just happened to be in the area and is out here giving us this live footage.
Like I said, hour and a half. Hunting is big up here. And, Second Amendment is something. So a lot of people are armed up here. There are a lot of these police and stuff that are here that, like the ones that are talking, they're just on overtime. They don't have the police capabilities for stuff like this. So it's all the sheriffs and people from the next county over coming in, and then the FBI is doing the negotiations. So the crowd here will get excited when they start to see something. If they see somebody coming or somebody comes out, they'll cheer and get loud. So they think they see somebody inside right now. I'm not seeing it, but my glasses are also kind of fogged. So now the people are getting impatient. They want them to come out. People want to go home. They're getting cold around here.
Yeah, you got 4, but I know I kept it.
I went down. controlled the camera when it zoomed in like this. I don't know why people fight out here. That's why I ignore it. Every now and then I say something, but it's just silly and ridiculous. So I cannot see any movement inside. So I'll show you how it's a little different when you're up north with the police compared to down the city. So the police are behind me. I'm standing at the police gate, but this is how it is differently. So you can see it's a whole different atmosphere up here with the police and the people of the community. They're sitting, leaning on the police car, having conversations. So they must get a little different respect up here. Maybe they're more respectful to the people. Don't know. Maybe something I want to look into. Because I haven't been up here in a long time. People are camera shy up here, though, I've noticed. There's one brother who was talking a lot of mess on his live, and when I put him on mine, he got mad. He's like, "Don't film me." You know, people are going to say all they want. We're in public, and you can film when you're in public. Anything you can see from a public space, you can film and record. That's legal, and people seem to forget that. So you probably shouldn't do things in public that you're embarrassed of if you are embarrassed of it. Because somebody might be recording you.
Excuse me, sir. What is your page called?
It's Black Lives Media. It's on Facebook, so Black Lives Media.
Okay, thank you.
Man, am I so glad they didn't have cell phones when I was a kid. I got a feeling this one peacefully. That's the hope here. By just contemplating his last days of freedom, because whatever's happened now will be a jail sentence. And I drove by the prison on the way up here. Nobody wants to end up there. But once you've gone this far, it's kind of too late. So hopefully there's nobody's harmed or nobody harms themselves. So as I said, when you're looking at the screen right here, off to the right is the drive-through where they've been negotiating through a window. In the center of the glass, that's the main entrance to the bank. The lights are off, but since it got darker, you get a little better image inside. But the gentleman in the middle, those are the FBI feds negotiating. And off to the shadow
on the left is SWAT. There's about 6 SWAT members that have been pulling the people out. They pulled 4 hostages out so far. We believe there's only 1 left in the hostage taker. Could be 2, but they've been walking up to the window and sitting by the window, but now they've moved away for the last half hour. I'm not able to get them at my angle. Maybe they're, because they were on the right side, maybe they're on the left and sitting back farther, but I cannot see in that far. Well, no, they probably went in to rob the bank and it didn't work out and they panicked and took hostages. Isn't that how that usually works?
Monday afternoon.
From what I've seen so far, it's been a very professional way of handling this. They've been very calm. They brought food up there. When the people came out, there was no trying to rush in. You know, just took them out and they've been talking and communicating with the person. So it really seems like they're trying to just end it peacefully. Will that still go that way if they get the last hostage out? That's to be determined. We would hope so. Personally, if I was him, I'd come out before the last hostage and surrender that way if you're going to surrender. I did read that one comment that said, take that BLM shit out of St. Cloud. We're not about that. You're not about what? You don't care about Black lives? That's all it's saying. I mean, that's your opinion, but that's not bound by borders. Black people are citizens of the United States, and their lives matter everywhere in the United States. So that comment is just kind of funny. That Black Lives Matter should not be offensive to anybody. When people are asking to be treated equal, that's kind of weird. And maybe people in your circle are treated fair, and that's wonderful and great. But that's not the same all over the country or world. So people do stand up and ask for that equality and ask for the oppression of people to be changed. Yeah, because I think the one that was on that video was taken out, was the maybe 3rd or 4th person taken out. That's an interesting character up here. Commenting now that they got on the feed.
Oh, yeah?
660. I don't know who's restreaming it though. You don't see the restreams until later. So, you know, there's people that restream and try to make it look like their stream.
Yeah.
But you'll see all of that later, but you can't see it when you're live.
We don't do that. This is Black Lives Media on Facebook on the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus.
From restreams. So, like, for instance, if Wolf was restreaming it and they got 1,000 people watching it, you don't see the 1,000 people that are watching through their stream until, you know.
And for those that are watching, normally we don't use just one stream continuously like we're doing tonight. This is a unique event because it's a hostage situation, bank robbery gone bad. Normally we have 90 seconds to 3 minutes of an individual stream, and we always refer everyone to the source when we do these live restreams. Again, this isn't our normal format for the show. The show we'll have guests on, we'll have panelists, and I'll just do individual reports on stories that need more attention.
Big cameras, but I don't know if they're live. I heard that some of their lives went down. If they are, I mean, they got serious cameras. So.
Okay, I'm going to hop into comments for just a second. YOLO, yes, there are racist people in the chat, and as long as they're in the chat, they're not out shooting somebody, and as long as they're in the chat, there's the opportunity for them to hear things that might somehow touch them and have them realize that what they've been taught is not necessarily the truth in all situations. Everybody just hit ignore, and I'll move a chair up here in a few minutes and get back in it.
So my image would be even worse.
The actual live stream is Black Lives Media. It's BL-media on Facebook.
Sorry, I'm putting gloves on. Hands are cold.
Yeah, Michelle, it's been reported by multiple sources. He's a young black man, mid-20s. Young black man in the mid-20s is what's been reported. Again, this has been going on for 7 hours. It's not like the police, SWAT, or feds have rushed in. They've been trying to negotiate. And Linda, I'm sorry, I'm not in control. I'm not in control of the stream. The stream's actually on.
Maybe it's police or something. People keep wandering down there behind them.
I was just wondering what was going on. Okay. This is being live streamed in front of Wells Fargo in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and I do not have control over the focus, but let me tell you, he's shooting from quite a distance. And when you shoot from a distance and you zoom, every little bump is a major wiggle because you're zoomed in so tight. But
10 more minutes and then it's going to get too cold out here.
okay, I'm going to start looking and see if I can find another source to continue monitoring, because he's gonna cut out here in a few minutes. So I will be back.
So the hospital is over there.
Okay, this is
Hey, I'm going to get an interview here.
no. Hold on, you're moving the thing too fast for me. Carpe, I'm going to make you a moderator while you're in here tonight. If you, okay.
Yeah, let me know.
If you get mad at me,
Somebody go look and see.
get mad at me afterwards.
What the deal is. I don't know.
And
It just seems weird. Like, well, this is still active. How could they be out here with the crowd? No, there's still at least one hostage inside.
I'm gonna, while I'm here, get rid of some things.
Because it seems kind of weird. Wouldn't it? Like, if it's still active for them to be out here talking to people. This wind is brutal. See, I'll hold it for, if I hold for the 10 minutes I said, as soon as I walk away, they'll come out. That's how it always works. Or maybe I should just walk away so they'll come out.
All right, I'm finally going to go back and start researching so I can get another feed up here. Don't imitate anybody else in the chat. This isn't fifth grade. We deal with serious things on here. There are serious adults, serious thinking people. There are people trying to change the world. No, a chat's not to do a place, but it can start. Okay, Mary, I just saw that right as when I come up here and do an update, I've got to get the way my setup is. I don't have a chair here at the moment, and I get down on my knees to do the update. So I've got to get up after a short amount of time, and I have to get up now. A quick update. This has been going on since about 2 o'clock this afternoon, when police were called that a robbery was in progress at the Wells Fargo on 33rd Street, the 33rd Street branch of Wells Fargo in St. Cloud, Minnesota. There's been a hostage situation ongoing since that time. There are conflicting reports on the number of hostages. My report that I initially was given was that there were 5 hostages, all bank employees, still inside, and 4 customers had been released. That may not have been the actual facts. It's being reported here on the ground that 4 of the employees have been released and 1 is still inside. There's 1 robber, a young black male, estimated to be in the mid-20s. He did release a video onto Facebook from inside the bank on his account. There are some people locally that can access that account. It is not a public video. And again, we've been watching Black Lives Media out of Minneapolis. Featured him, or not featured him, but we've cut to him several times in Minneapolis and in Brooklyn Center. So we thank him again for all his efforts. I'm going to step back and find us another feed.
And since that last one came out, the feds have moved to the front door, which you see right there in the middle. Been negotiating for the last hour at the front door. To the left is the SWAT team that's been there assisting when people come out. They've been standing in the shadow to the left. Now they're moving more close to the front of the door. So, not sure. I mean, they obviously don't feel a threat standing in the front door like that and negotiating. But they were bringing some, looked like a box of some kind of food up to them and trying to get them to come to the door, but that didn't seem to be successful. So I said about a few more minutes at this angle, and then I'm going to walk a little, move off straight of the crowd. I don't want to really miss if they come out though, the time when they come out, but I can only stand it so long too. And it's cold as hell out here. I think winter came back. At least the wind just died down. So and as I said, I'll put this camera. So you can see behind me here, there's the sheriff. So the sheriff's standing back there, just standing, got a lot of time with the people of the community here. It's not police, it's the sheriff guard. But he was saying he's been here for 4 hours, and that was about an hour ago on overtime. So that's where the tax dollars are going. That white SUV pulled in again. So they're moving the cars up to the door. SWAT's all the way up to the door. The one is leaving. So he pulled off actually. Another one just pulled in, so maybe he was just relieving them. Yeah, so the other one just parked. And those are the feds in the way. Where at?
On the backside of the bank and the right.
Oh, yeah, by the drive-thru window. Should clean up the guy on the right, by the drive-thru window. That's the feds walking back and forth. I'm doing the negotiating. But I thought maybe that vehicle was going to pull up to the door, but it looks like they just changed positions. Maybe the other guy had to go pee. So the SWAT has moved in front of the door. Like, not disguising themselves at all, you know. when I walked the line, I'll post that link from inside the bank earlier. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. Probably nothing. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's movement inside or outside because there's so many people at the door right now. Yeah, the feds go back and forth from the front to the drive-thru. The ones you see in the front that aren't in camouflage are the feds. And then they'll walk around the building to the side drive-thru and back. The SWAT is in the behind that pole right there. Looks like they backed up again behind the pole in that dark space. There's about 5 or 6 SWAT members there. They brought me pizza and drinks about half hour ago for the SWAT. So about 1 more minute, I'm going to move around on this crowd for a minute. If something doesn't happen, then when it happens, we'll try to click. Takes a second to zoom in though to get it accurate and zoom in. And there's still a pretty big crowd here.
Okay, I do have another site to cut to when he goes down here, but it's Chinese, so I want to wait till the absolute last minute to cut to it. What's up, Toms? Hello, human being. Norfolk, Crown Royal. As always, 100% Black Rack. Thank you all for being here. Mike Hawk. Sorry, I didn't mean to over you. James. Thank you all for being here. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. We are watching activity outside the bank. It's I've been saying street. It's the 33rd Avenue branch of the Wells Fargo. Okay. We're getting behind the scenes look at what's going on. I'll be quiet for a second.
You can see the size of the crowd out here. Do you want to go to the car? Yeah, there's like 3 rows over. So yeah, the crowd has actually, I think, got bigger since when I first got here. This guy's gonna have some pretty good reception on this news truck here.
Okay, real quick while he's repositioning. This has been going on since 2 o'clock this afternoon. It is at the Wells Fargo branch, 33rd Avenue in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Inside is
I think
a
this is the angle they were talking about.
male
From the
suspect,
side,
black,
the side windows.
mid-20s. He attempted to rob the bank. The call was received by police shortly after 2 p.m. this afternoon. So, and he's repositioning a ways away. I'm going to have to.
See, that's the side windows. I think that picture I was looking at was from a little bit earlier.
I'm going to have to move to a different feed coming up.
You can see the SWAT.
Tried to rob a bank, and it became a hostage situation. It's been going on since 2 p.m. this afternoon. Thus far, there are no reported injuries or fatalities. No shots have been fired. There are conflicting reports as to how many hostages are actually left inside the building. And we do know 4 have been released.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is St. Cloud, Minnesota, about an hour and a half north of Minneapolis, St. Paul. There's a hostage situation in a Wells Fargo bank. Well, that's Care 11. A Wells Fargo bank up here. One man took, I think it was 5 hostages at 2 o'clock this afternoon. He's released 4 of them. There's one more inside. There's a live video going out. About the live video of him saying that he just wants to talk to his mom.
I was just about to say that.
Negotiating.
That's what I was about to say when I said, while I got a minute, I want to say something. In the movies, when these situations happen, it's always, I want to talk to my mom before I either surrender or.
So SWAT might be moving in now.
People got real quiet. And I instinctively got quiet too when they got quiet. When you hear a crowd hush like that, something's happening. And you can see the size of the crowd. Again, great video work. This is Black Lives Matter. Normally shoots activism in Minneapolis and of course George Floyd. And are they inside the building?
On the right by the stairs. So on the right by the stairs is where they went in.
Okay, we missed that. That's all
I
right.
told you if I walked away, they were going. They're coming back on. I guess they didn't do nothing. They went in and came back out.
That's odd. They went in and come.
I'm not gonna shut down. I was just moving around. I'm just gonna keep standing there. So I couldn't just keep standing in that place. I walked around to get the crowd and the scene, the overall scene for everybody.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
So SWAT went in and came back out. So I don't know what that was about.
I'm running in my stairs.
Yeah, there could be. We can't see the backside. We can't get over that way. Could be on the roof for all I know. Yeah, that's what everybody's hoping, that everybody gets out unharmed. So far, the
Amen.
4 that came out appeared to be unharmed. News accounts may show that if they've updated.
Okay, he's retreated back to the back, and
The windows, the top windows are on the side of the building over here.
still very close to a hostage.
And I went over there and I could not get a clear shot. It's too dark.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much.
This is just the lighting in here is from the.
In all honesty, my tech is
the people inside do.
old, and I can't hold up 2 streams at the same time without my computer crashing. So
Maybe that was just
on the phone with a hostage next to him. Okay.
Maybe it was just a tactic.
Hopefully it's his mama talking him down, getting him out of there safely.
What would happen if they went in? How he'd respond. So maybe once they went in, and maybe there was a threat, so they had to pull back out.
Michelle, we discussed that earlier in the live. You know, that there was something wrong, that, you know,
Someone walking by the door for a long time.
that people have problems, and what could have been so devastating to him, or weighing so heavily upon him, or be so pressing that he felt the solution would be to rob a bank.
But you saw him come back out after the breach, empty-handed.
And I mentioned earlier, my hope was that, you know, that he comes out safely and starts getting some help for the whatever's going on in his head that made him thought this was the proper thing to do.
And said, stay at the front door. He had the hostage in his arms 2 times.
Human being, he's been there since 2:00 this afternoon. So that's when it happened. So I'm on Eastern time. That would have been 8 hours ago, Central.
There is no top window from here. This is.
So if it was drugs or alcohol, I would say
if you go on the side of the building here, that's the top window right there.
it wouldn't be impacting now, but I don't know. You know, I honestly don't know the mental state.
I walked over. My camera will not pick up in those windows.
Granny, I heard mid-20s. Actually, the thing that was sent to me was quote unquote mid-20s.
Come towards the door twice with the hostage.
I'm assuming that came from one of the hostages that's been released.
Hostage with his arm around his neck.
Holding a hostage with his arm around his neck at the door right now. Right here.
Yeah, the mainstream news is all here. They probably cannot run live if something was to happen. And something happened on live TV, they'd be screwed. There's a whole bunch.
Yes, this is in Minnesota. This is St. Cloud, Minnesota, 33rd Avenue branch of
replace the SWAT that's there.
33rd Avenue branch of the Wells Fargo.
So now
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the SWAT.
SWAT on the side of the building right there.
What platform is that on, Joe? Casey went back inside or back away from the door. Okay.
So as I said, there's 12. Sorry, I keep looking.
I hate to stream from YouTube people and potentially draw any of their audience. That's why I always stream from Facebook, because a lot of people just won't go to Facebook. So I know I'm just adding viewers. I'm not detracting from the streamers. They don't always get that, but that's what's going on.
Can't go to the site over there. I'm up against the building, and the police line has me curved out there. Maybe over a few feet in front of the other big cameras, but so that SWAT has got closer and nobody's left. I thought maybe they were going to leave the SWAT that was there, but nobody's left, so they're all lined up now, and they've been messing with that side door that they already went in once. So the door on the left is where the SWAT went through. The feds are on the right. I'm sure I could sneak over there. Sneak around and get up in there. Just go knock on the door and tell them I'm here for a loan. See how that goes over. There's still one hostage in there.
Oh, was? Looked like a manager.
So, and everybody's saying it's the bank manager. But yeah, there's one hostage left.
There they go.
Yeah, it's been a good hour and a half since the last hostage was. Oh, they just bust the window. They're going in. They're going in. Oh, people are cheering about. This does not look good. They're going in.
Yeah, they shot him.
They said they think they shot him. There was a bang. I don't know what the bang was. It wasn't a gunshot. It could have been a beanbag round or something. Yeah, they went in fast. I don't know if you saw that, but they busted that window. Someone to them. They ran in, 12 of them.
But I think that's him standing up there. That's him standing up, I believe.
We'll see who comes out. See if that ambulance pulls up.
Joe, I was back on the back trying to pull it up, and I was pulling up Minneapolis instead of Minnesota. Hang on.
I did not hear any gunshots. I heard a pop, but I think it was the glass that busted out one of the windows. Maybe for distraction, they all went in because the door was open. So I don't know why that glass got broke. I don't know if there's anybody left now because they're in. At least a dozen SWAT members stormed the building. So we'll hold, wait and see who comes out, how they come out. I'll tell a lot of the story. What did you say? No, the guy next to me, he's got a big camera. So they're walking. They're walking him out.
Yay.
So he's walking. So it looks like he's uninjured.
All right. That's the way we wanted to see this end.
So they walk through, let's see if they bring another person out.
Young man's life's going to change forever, but at least he's going to have a life and possibility of someday doing something other than this.
Yeah. So it looks like they got him out uninjured because he was walking. I haven't seen the other person come out yet though. So we'll hold a minute and see for the second person, unless they brought him out a different door. Did you see the other guy come out too, or just the?
They were in the back. They were in the back, like that side, they were in the back.
So he's got a big camera next to me. He only saw the one guy come out. Like, they look like they're going in or just standing there. But there's still one hostage, and I'm just wondering where he is. The bank manager, Walter. She said the last person is the bank manager. His name's Walter. Walter what? M.R. Morales. Yeah, they brought the person that was holding the hostages out, and we have not seen the last hostage come out yet, though. That doesn't mean he didn't come out a different door, but he came out, looked uninjured because he was walking in cuffs. No, he went to the right. Yeah, they brought him to the right. He's in Fed custody.
All right. So if you are just joining us, thank you for watching. We've been watching a live feed of what was happening in St. Cloud, Minnesota at the 33rd Avenue branch of Wells Fargo. Bank robbery at 2 o'clock this afternoon turned into a hostage situation. 4 of the hostages released over periods of time. And then we just witnessed the authorities rushing the bank and arresting the gunman. And as far as we know, everyone is safe and secure. And there's a look at our streamer. He does not show his face. It's Black Lives Media on Facebook. Please go there. And if you go to Facebook, again, I don't like to stream from YouTube because, the person's on YouTube streaming. And I generally just stream from Facebook or other sources to reach people that are on YouTube that don't go to those other channels. So again, thank you all very much for watching. Carpe, thank you for taking the wrench and using it wisely. I trust you did. The show YOLO, it was wonderful seeing you in the chat. Joe, thank you for all your help. Guy Jimmy, thank you for being here. Linda, thank you. Rickster, Johnny, 100% Black Rack, Joshua, anybody that I missed, Salty Granny, love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you like the channel and want to support what we do, it's $ American Doofus, all one word, AMERICANDUFUS for the Cash App. And if you want to email me, you can do so also, American Doofus, all one word, and that's at gmail.com. So thank you all for being here. Please hit the subscribe, hit that little bell to notify when we are on the air, because we don't have a set schedule. If something happens that needs to be covered and we've got coverage, we will get it out there, especially when it comes to injustice, inequality, and the fights for freedom. So I love y'all. Thank you very much. Wish you nothing but blessings and peace and shalom. Namaste. Buenas noches. Take care of yourselves. It's a dark world. Be a light. There's enough darkness. We need more lights. Need more love. Need more hope. We need more joy. We need to realize that we're human beings